March 29th, 1989. Tokyo police were interrogating 4 teenage boys about the kidnapping of a 19-year-old girl. They confessed to assaulting a young woman, but something felt off. The details in their statements didn't match the evidence police already had. So detectives separated the boys, questioning each of them individually. Yet strangely, their stories were almost identical. The officers soon realized the boys weren't talking about the case they were investigating at all. They were confessing to something else, something far darker. When pressed for more details, the boys revealed a horrifying secret. They had murdered a girl, sealed her body inside a 55-gallon drum, filled it with concrete, and dumped it at a construction site in Wakasu, Tokyo. The police rushed to the location. There, hidden in plain sight, they found the drum. Inside was the frozen, concrete-encased corpse of a young woman. An autopsy would later reveal the cause of death, such traumatic shock after days upon days of brutal torture. Her body bore unimaginable injuries, burns, deep wounds, broken bones, and more horrors that even the most hardened detectives struggle to comprehend. This is the case of Junko Furuta, one of the most disturbing crimes in human history. Minato, Japan, 1988. Junko Furuta was 17 years old. She lived with her parents and younger brother, attended Yashio Minami High School, and worked part-time at a plastic molding factory to save for her graduation trip. She was beautiful, intelligent, and well-liked. Many boys admired her, but Junko was focused on her studies and her future. In the same area lived a group of delinquent teens. 4 boys with ties to local gangs. Hiroshi Miyano, 18. Joe Ogura, 17. Shinji Minato, 16. Yasushi Watanabe, 17. Hiroshi had a crush on Junko, but when he confessed his feelings, she politely rejected him. That rejection planted a seed of anger in his mind. Anger that would grow into something monstrous. November 25th, 1988. Junko finished her part-time job and began riding her bicycle home. Hiroshi and Shinji were nearby and spotted her alone. Hiroshi told Shinji to knock her off the bike and he would help her, using the opportunity to lure her away. Shinji obeyed, kicking the bike and sending Junko to the ground. Hiroshi rushed over, pretending to be concerned. Junko recognized him from school and let her guard down. But instead of taking her home, Hiroshi led her to a hotel and then threatened her. If she resisted or told anyone, his gang connections would ensure her parents were killed. That night, he assaulted her. When he was done, he called his friends so they could do the same. Originally, they planned to release her, but then realized she could go to the police. They decided she would never leave alive. For 44 days, from November 25th, 1988 to January 4th, 1989, Junko was held captive in Shinji Minato's home. His parents suspected something was wrong, but fear of the gang kept them silent. During that time, she was subjected to unspeakable abuse by over 100 men. friends, acquaintances, and strangers they invited over. 3 days after she went missing, her parents filed a report. Somehow the boys found out. They forced Junko to call home, claiming she had run away with a boyfriend and was safe. Her parents, desperate to believe her, withdrew the report. From then on, the torture escalated. Junko was kept naked, beaten with heavy objects, burned with hot wax, and had foreign objects inserted into her body. Light bulbs, iron rods, bottles. She was starved, forced to drink her own urine, and beaten if she refused. In December, she tried to escape, but they caught her. As punishment, they dropped heavy weights onto her knees, breaking her legs. From that day on, she could only crawl. By January, she was covered in infected wounds. Her face was unrecognizable. The boys no longer saw her as human, just an object to destroy. On January 4th, 1989, after Hiroshi lost a large sum of money gambling, he took his frustration out on Junko. By 10 p.m., she was dead. To hide their crime, they stuffed her body into a 55-gallon drum, filled it with concrete, and dumped it at a construction site. 2 months later, during an unrelated investigation, their casual confession led police straight to the drum. The boys were arrested and convicted. Hiroshi Miyano, 20 years. Joe Ogura, 10 years. Shinji Minato, 9 years. Yasushi Watanabe, 7 years. Many felt the sentences were far too lenient for such a monstrous crime. Junko's parents also received a small compensation, nowhere near justice for the loss of their daughter. Today, the Junko Furuta case remains a chilling reminder of how cruel humans can be, and how easily evil can hide in plain sight. This was one of the darkest stories in human history. What do you think about the sentences these criminals received?